Another day
Then
in the bowels of Hive City Melothrax with Dras and Antioch.
okay, now it started.
Now we are on.
We are back into the headquarters, right?
Mm-hmm. In the
So it's
Undercity.
a bit of the jump then. So Antioch return to to the lower levels. Belsarius went do something else. But now, since Drash is here, we have to. I mean, if he wants to, right now, go to the Muties headquarters and deliver them the radiation capsule with the brand new demon inside.
Yes, and let's remember that Omicron was there tutoring Orok and his underlings about heresy and about heresy and psychers, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be playing two characters, like alternatively.
Yes, but right now I'm Drash. I'm maining Drash.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's go visit the muties.
Let's grab some dice. Grab you. Let's grab a few muties as well. Let's go. To the Muties headquarters, deeper down into the city, where there is still this sticky gray mist all over the place.
Again,
Always. What do you think? What do you think? There's ventilation systems down here.
well, somebody should look into it, right? Or I should write a letter, making sure I'm displeased with the current administration. A very angry letter with angry words.
Hmm.
That would straight up be the Muchi.
Yes, that's them.
Does I assume that the path, the travel, happens with no incident, right? No other gangs
No
coming
one's
into
going to
us or
stop you from
something.
going deeper in. The authorities are more inclined to prevent you from going up the Hive
Up,
City. Yeah.
right?
It would be during transit that Antioch receives a call from a servitor from the higher up levels, calling him to join as a cryptographer at a council that will take place at a courthouse higher up in the city. It is quite an urgent call. it's going to be the court is going to be taking place today, and it's going to be a long one, so it could potentially last a couple of days, even 3 days. So you could tell that you're not exactly hurrying to get there, but you also know that your presence would be appreciated by whoever is working with you, namely the Grey Castles.
Okay. The message is just a simple message given by the servitor, right?
Yes.
It's a servitor or a serval call. It's not a live call. It's not like they are directly talking to me.
No, they're not. It's a recorded message
Okay.
from
Got
a
it.
servitor. Yeah.
Does the servitor has the ability to relay a message from me?
Yes.
So Antioch will simply say that he will join as soon as he is able. He is in the middle of something right now.
Mhm.
Probably will take probably half a day. I don't know, right? But he will join as soon as possible.
The servitor responds,
I comply.
then sits back to you and starts walking slowly, cumbersomely towards the upper levels of the city. The Moochies have been kind of reduced to a religious group rather than a military one.
Okay.
They all hang around either scarring themselves with forming symbols of the capsule on their flesh, chanting and praying that the divine radiation give them power, strength, resilience, the strength to move on, to conquer the city, to be its rightful owners, to spread its gifts to the populace.
Do we see the goat around? Ozdrog? He's there,
Aldrog,
okay.
yes. Aldrog. He's there. He is the central figure of this chanting. He's the one guiding the others to the enlightenment of the capsule. They are all following his lead.
We will approach, and Drash at least will stay a respectful distance away.
Mm-hmm.
Antioch will follow Drash. Antioch will pretty much give Drash the initiative here, because Yazzie, you're the one who knows what you want to do in regards to hold this.
All right, we'll wait for the. Drash will wait for Ozrog's attention, and once he has it, he'll just wait for them to stop chanting.
Mm-hmm. Ozrog notices you and continues on chanting until it is complete, until it comes to an end. He finishes this ritual saying,
May its eternal radiance guide us throughout the galaxy.
and he will come towards you.
Drash will kind of cringe under his helmet, and he'll say, "Orzararg, my friend, how was our how was our how was our delegate?"
All is good. Everything's going fine. Everything is rad.
Everything is wrath.
Kind of smiles. You can see his crooked teeth and his malevolent smile.
And how was our diplomat? How was his tutorship?
He has enlightened us. He has cleared in our minds. He has given us divine knowledge. He has showed us the way. We know not only how, but we know why. We now understand clearly. We have to do it, my lord. We have to spread its radiance throughout the city, and then throughout the whole galaxy. No one shall be away from its radiance. No one shall shy away from it. All shall know. All shall feel.
And he makes a gesture. Whoops.
Oh, Drash, did he crash? Drash crashed.
Drash crashed. He couldn't take the divine radiance, I think. Welcome
Okay,
back.
he's back. Hey, Drash, did you crash?
Yeah, you could say that.
He makes a gesture to show everybody around that he accepts the divine radiance of the capsule.
Here you go, and Drash will give it to him, and he'll turn to Antioch and say, "This thing doesn't exactly have a user's manual, so how does he use it? Does he just plug it into the water source, or what?"
Antioch will explain both to Drash and Ozrog.
For the capsule to be at full power, a ritual must be made, a ritual sundering that will open a very small passage between us and the warp.
And now this is where I'm going to ask the GM about specifics of the ritual, because the ritual of sundering is not very complicated. And to be honest, I don't remember the specifics. But I was thinking something, I don't know. Imagine that Antioch should return, because 9 is the sacred number of Tzinch. So I was thinking something. Either Antioch would return during 9 days to make a small ritual on the capsule every day, like a few minutes per day, or he would be like 9 hours praying and ritualizing around the capsule. Both have their advantages and disadvantages, of course.
Well, do you want the ritual to have more instant effects, more short term, or would you like it to have more long term results?
Then
I
let's go with
prefer-
long term.
Ooh.
Was it you, Drash?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, let's go with long term.
Yes, I prefer long-term results too.
Mm.
In my view, the capsule will do the same thing as the bones. It's just that the muties will be the first to be influenced first instead of the people in the higher levels. And it is already like a plan B of sorts if plan A isn't viable to do, or if we fail, which of course will be a bummer. But for all intent and purposes, the main reason for Antioch being here is to turn the city into Zin's domain, and that capsule will help him in it. So yes, I prefer long term. Antioch prefers long term.
Mm-hmm. Make a heresy plus 20 check.
So heresy. What the hell was this cough today? Why?
Nurgle infestation.
Get away, Nurgle. I'm not a friend. I'm not your friend. Don't care about you. I refuse your gift. Heresy. Heresy is what? Intelligence?
Intelligence, yes.
I don't see heresy in the table, but anyway, so if it's intelligence plus 20, that makes it.
It should
a
be under
total of-
forbidden lores, I think.
Okay, I have forbidden lore, but not heresy.
Okay, so it's a total of plus 0.
Just normal then. So my normal intelligence will be 59, and I have to roll less
Close.
than that. And I fail.
Mm.
No, can I reroll?
You can, yes.
Infamy point. And I succeed.
Alright.
With, wait a minute. 4 degrees of success.
Nice. Antioch, you know that for the ritual to have more longer lasting long term effects, you are going to have to do things a bit more slowly. Meaning, you will have to be doing this ritual. You have to be performing these rites for 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
For 9 minutes every day and 9
Okay.
seconds. Making sure to contaminate 9 of the water valves, the hydraulic valves in the city main supply system.
Yes.
And the capsule has to be carried around by 9 people.
Okay. So the capsule should be in the box or recipient, which can be held by 9 people, and we transport it to 9 valves of water, and doing a ritual there that takes 9 minutes and 9 seconds for 9 days. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's start right now. Does it specific about an hour? Maybe the 9th hour of the day or something like that, or the 9th time that the sun is visible, or if it's dark, the 9th time of dark. 9 hour of dark or something like that. I mean, I don't want to complicate it. I just want to to know that everything is clear.
It has to do with the angle of the closest star and the horizon.
Okay.
So it's not exactly the 9th hour.
The
It's,
closest star is, of course, the local sun.
Yeah. It appears to be a random day, a random hour in the day.
Yeah, because the if the the days normally get shorter or longer each day passes. So yeah.
The Moochies, of course, will very happily, eagerly undertake this ritual, this deed.
But it's one valve per day, not all 9 in the same day, right?
It's all 9 in the same day, yes.
Oh, do we have time for that? Unless we have to do it like running. Let's arrive, then ritual, then speed, speed to the next one.
It is doable, yes. There is no
Okay.
time limit on it. You just have to stay at a specific place for 9 minutes and 9 seconds.
Okay. So Antioch explained this to both Ozark and Drash, and he's willing to do the first ritual right now, as long the Moochies can bring a box to put the capsule inside and be carrying by 9 people.
Mm-hmm. 9 Moochies will accompany.
Hey, Parameters, are you going to name this video 999?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Come on. Because the capsule isn't so big, each of them have to like only have their hand on it, and it looks kind of goofy when they are all just barely grabbing onto it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that they make a platform with enough room to be carried by 9 people and put the capsule in the center. Not like
That
directly
would
touching it.
be a very logical thing to do, were they not mutants with their brains cooked from the radiation.
Antioch takes his hands to his head and like he kind of yells frustration. It sounds like then he tries to explain to Ozrock what must be done. Or else he will find some gangers and make the gangers do them for that.
There are a lot of gangers that don't want to go anywhere near the capsule.
God damn it! What? Which actually they are right.
Logical.
Yes. So it must be carried by 9 people. 9, in this case, 9 mutants. Does it say it has to be 9 at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, it has to be at the same time, not taking turns or something like that.
No.
Maybe a rope. Imagine a rope around the capsule, and each one lifts parts of the rope.
They put it on a bigger stage-like object, which they fashion out of slabs of plascrete laying around. So 4 on each side and 1 in the front. And they are quite comfortably carrying it around. It's 9 people after all. And the capsule would be heavy for a single person to carry around. But for 9 of them, 9 mutated people, it's nothing to worry about. Now, you receive a call from your gangers.
Chief, we fended them off, but they did a number on us. Me and the boys got hit pretty hard.
Sorry, Parameter. I am having trouble in understanding what you're saying with that filter.
They fended off the PDF, but they got hit hard.
Oh,
Some of them got wounded, some of them died. They probably had to use some of the heavier equipment that was available to them.
Antioch, do you know what this means, yes?
it means that our gangers are vulnerable. Our position is in danger.
That, but we also have to relocate and quickly before they return with heavier numbers and heavier equipment.
True. Damn it. We should at least do the ritual for today and return as soon we're done here. It will take like almost 2 hours just for the rituals itself. 9 rituals, 1 for each water valve. Or water valve or water deposit. Storage.
It's the water supply system of the city.
Yes.
There's a lot more than 9 valves, obviously, but 9
course.
are enough for the ritual. I want whoever one of you wants to make a scrutiny test with a +10.
I can do it. I mean, it depends. Who has the scrutiny is intelligence, right?
It's a perception.
Or perception. I don't know. How much is yours, Drash? My perception is 43.
Mine's 46, and scrutiny is 46.
I can roll 2. Anyway. And I'll pass.
How many degrees?
Just 1. barely.
Let's see if I can help out. No, fail.
It was a fail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot of commotion in the Underhive. Everyone is pretty shaken by the encounter with the PDF. They don't usually come down here. It's more often the RBTs that show up. And the thing is, the PDF showed up with big numbers, and that was what tipped the balance in their favor, probably. Your gangers weren't really prepared for these type of engagements. They didn't have many weapons to counter mass infantry or the appropriate defenses to withstand mass las gunfire.
Hey, Antioch, perhaps you should ask your governor friend and say about this when you go see them.
Antiochs agrees, though he has to think on a way that will not arouse suspicion, of course. But yes, it's a good. Antioch will probably use the term to lay off the PDF forces to not scare away his target. Because he feels he feels he has a lead. He has a lead that he is cornered somewhere, but he needs to be sure. So, or some bullshit story like that. Anyway, let's go to the matter at hand. We have the capsule. The muties are doing a box to carry it by 9 muties. So we are going to the first valve.
The first water valve is pretty close to here. You only have to go to one of the most foggy areas around here. You spend the next 9 minutes and 9 seconds blessing the water.
Walking around the capsule, blessing the water, blessing the capsule, muttering incomprehensible words.
Okay.
And do I have to roll a test or anything?
You're gonna be rolling at the end. To
Okay,
see
for
if
the total.
yeah,
Okay.
if the
Damn it.
ritual is successful.
So once the 9 minutes and 9 seconds have passed, Antioch stops and he orders to proceed to the next valve. And so on, unless the GM wants to intercede with something.
I want you to make a D100 roll. It's just a luck roll, a chance roll.
Okay, so I have to roll a number and say what number it comes.
Yes.
40. I rolled 40.
Okay. The next
Is that
valve.
good or bad?
Let me describe.
Okay.
The next valve is close to your headquarters. It has been used by your gangers to flood the area in many occasions when it needed defending.
Mm-hmm.
And you can easily proceed there and continue on with the ritual. You see all the gangers spread away from the capsule, looking from afar, peeking from corners, looking at the mutated individuals carrying it around.
Do they have like Geiger counters with them?
It's
Like
a
nervously looking.
yeah. One has a semi-functional auspex, and you can hear it going exactly like that.
Not too high, not too high. I don't want a third arm.
It goes like this. 9 minutes and 9 seconds pass. Another part of the ritual is complete. Roll another D100.
$95.
You move
What does
on
that
to the
mean?
next valve. It's near a hub block. Now you are going towards the upper levels. It's not exactly too up. It's still in the lower ones. Let's go to the Hive City. And spend the rest of 549 seconds completing another part of the ritual. This is the fourth one, right? Roll another D100.
3.
Mm-hmm.
No, 13. Sorry. No, 3, 3. You're right. 3. It's 10, 3. 3.
Whoa. What? I've played tabletop
This-
simulators for 1,000 hours and it crashed.
Oh.
Isn't that wonderful?
That explains why it just kicked me.
Hmm. As the cohort is navigating through the hub block area of the Hive City, going towards the next valve, you meet citizens. And they are voicing their concerns and their enmity towards the carriers of the divine capsule. They don't want these abominations anywhere near their neighborhoods, near their children. They want these mutants be gone from the face of the planet, and they threaten to call Arbites to solve the issue. I would appreciate if assets were loading. Let's try again, I guess.
The transparent ground looks cool. Though walking on, for example, bridge made of glass makes me a little bit anxious.
Hmm. So, what do you do with those citizens?
Just ignore them.
Hmm?
We'll have to do this for more 8 days.
Roll a D100.
Wait, the ones that back at our hideout?
They're not at your hideout. They are at around the same level. And
Oh, right, Antioch's little guys.
19.
mhm,
I rolled 19.
okay. So, one of the capsule bearers gets shot and killed.
Ugh.
The casket sort of loses its balance. Then they find it again and they start looking around, swearing and threatening to maul and dismember whoever did that. You are also present there. You
Antioch,
you heard the
Antioch will
gunshot come
say-
from that way.
Antioch will
There we go.
will tip Dresh from the origin of the gunshot. Are there any more mutants with us?
Yes.
Okay, so and Antioch orders one of them to replace the one who died, to hold the capsule.
Drashel will look for where the gunshot came from and find the guy and say, "Oh, hello, hostile person. You are my new jacket."
You are my new jacket.
Okay. Me.
It's another level. It's a level above. Well, you have a nice jacket. With
Yeah,
yourself.
I want your
It would be
jackets and
wrong
your
if it's
boots.
not-
One.
Roll again.
I want an awareness test with -10 from Drash.
From Darash, okay.
Awareness -10. Let's go. Fail.
Are you infamy point rerolling?
Yes, and that would be a success.
Okay. What you see is no mere PDF or RPTs. He has better equipment, and he is a way better shot than any PDF you've seen. And he doesn't seem to bear the heraldry or markings or even any insignia, any tattoos on him betraying association with any other hive gang or hive city noble mercenary group or nobility group. You can make a -40 scrutiny
lone wolf.
test.
It's a lone wolf then.
How about interrogation?
Oh, he's still alive.
Yes.
Let me see. How do you intend to reach and restrain him?
Well, Drash has his jump pack, so he can pretty much get there no matter where he's hiding out. He also has it. He can also just put, take some rebar and crucify him to the wall or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then make a intimidation test.
Can Antioch see them from his position, or is like
Uh,
the top of a building or something?
Dras will have a few moments with him before you reach there, but if he survives the initial contact and the interrogation procedure, you will be able to have a few words with him. Yes.
Intimidation or interrogation, because those are very different skills.
Interrogation. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. 15 under 62, that is 5 degrees success, and he will have minus 20 to resist.
Mm-hmm. This person is an inquisitorial operative.
Oh.
Okay, next question. Does he have it? What does he know about enemy personnel? Does he think it's just a cultist gang or what?
How much does he know? If he knows about us?
Make a scrutiny test.
Okay, but it is covered that he will have to answer that question.
Mm-hmm. It's a given that he responds truthfully from the interrogation.
Okay. Well, reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, succeed.
By how he describes you and your fellow associates, or whoever he is referring to anyway with those words, you can tell that they don't really have a very solid knowledge of what goes on down here. They are aware of the gangs, of course. They are aware of the mutants. But you do not hear him refer to any Astartes or angels or however he would refer to Chaos, to traitor Marines anyway. And they seem to be pretty... They don't seem to know that there is a lot of rituals going on around. It appears that they are in the investigation process still.
Does he say something about being alone, or does he has more colleagues around the area?
Yeah, that'll be my next question.
Make a logic test with a +10 because you're paranoid.
Okay, logic.
Magic.
Intelligence.
Lanius Pius.
4 degrees success.
Mm-hmm. There is no way this guy was alone. And it sort of flashes in front of your eyes, like it... you make the connection that the PDF was a mere distraction, as many others like him were taking positions in the Undercity. There is definitely more of them down here.
Wait, has that 6 days passed for the Inquisitor to arrive, or is this...
Yes, it did.
So she's here.
I would
pretty
say
sure
I would
I'm
say,
pretty sure that I just want to say something quick.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that meeting that Antioch received a call for is to present the Inquisitor. I'm pretty sure it's that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm convinced. That's the great revelation. Anyway, we have already disturbing signs of the Inquisitor's presence here. The Inquisition presence. You were
This has
saying something,
happened.
Ken?
Yes, this has happened before the 5 days passed for the Inquisitor's arrival.
So she either lied to the planetary governor or she sent a scout force ahead.
Or maybe sleeper agents. They have in several planets just if something starts being weird to prepare the ground
True.
for them.
True. In the meantime, what the next question: does he know any of his colleagues?
Yeah, he might not be aware.
That's why I'm asking him if he does.
Yeah.
He says, "You'll be meeting them soon enough, dog. Keep your eyes open to see the flash of the barrel as it ends your life."
All right, we'll skip the last question and wait till Antioch meets up with Drash.
Antioch will, of course, join them. And he will just, like, mind probe his ass. Which is a weird choice of words now that I realize it, but... okay.
no.
So I'm going to roll for mind probe.
Okay.
Unfettered. I will not pretend to hide. Fail.
Interesting.
A reroll.
Or you could just try again in a second, you know?
Wait a minute. It's 75 and above that is a fail, or is above 75 a fail?
If you roll above 75, it's a fail.
But
If
75 is
75
still
is a
included.
success.
Okay. Then I succeed. I roll 75. Right at the edge.
Let's see if
Oh,
he gets.
and you said that. And
I
you said that
mean-
I could roll again in a minute. Like I just had to wait.
You
for
can
that?
try again on the next round. Technically,
Okay.
a few seconds later.
Right. Okay. Anyway, I already rolled and succeed. So what does Antioch learns?
You can you can feel his fear of trash. He is looking at you so that he does not focus on the space marine, on the Night Lord pinning him against the wall with a charged power claw. And as he hurls insults and threats at you, with each one you dig deeper. You take a step inside to the core of his brain. You go through all his memories, every moment he lived, all the emotions he's ever felt. All the
What?
information from his mind, all his knowledge is now yours. What do you want to know?
If well, I guess it's an attempt, but Antioch wants to know numbers of other operatives and possible possible positions in the lower level, or at least at the level where we are at.
He is aware of at least 4 other squads like his operating on this area, on this level. Um,
But well, he cannot like know exactly where they are
yeah, he
now,
wouldn't
right
know.
now.
He wouldn't know. He only knows where their meeting points are, and
Mhm.
that since one of them is compromised, things change.
Right. They have to reshuffle
Yeah.
and regroup.
You also know that the Inquisitor is on the planet, and it
She's
hasn't
already
it hasn't
arrived.
been 5 days.
She arrived earlier. Hmm.
And
Oh shit. I had the suspicion, but it's probably a wild guess. What if the woman that Antioch Belisarius took from the hospice is the Inquisitor?
she
What if
was
she
a
is?
factory overseer.
That's what she told us. Now I don't remember if Antioch read her mind or not. I don't think so. Or did she? Because Antioch found out that she was. She said that she was pregnant, but she wasn't.
You must have mind probed her. Yeah, I think you did. There's no reason why you wouldn't.
I mean, it will be like a master gambit, but um, I mean, it could be, but I don't think so. Damn it! But I'm not like safe in um, removing her as a suspect of being the Inquisitor.
Delving into
Anyway,
this guy's mind, you also see the fate of any previous heretics this inquisitorial force came across. Burnt, tortured,
yeah, the usual.
the usual.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Does he know how she looks like?
Yes,
And can Antioch see her face?
you can.
Like, see the image of her face?
Yes. I will be using this model.
And it is someone that Antioch might have seen in the hive. Damn it, Antioch does not have the
Total, total
total
recall.
recall
Yeah.
talent.
Well, I wouldn't say so. By looking at her mannerisms, her voice, through this guy's memories, um, she doesn't ring any bells.
At least it's not like somebody that Antioch personally talked to or approach. Someone that could at least leave some more lasting memory, instead of just some random face in a market or something.
Well, she might have the unremarkable trait and pass unnoticed. You never know.
True, true. Anyway, that was what we know. The Inquisitor is here already. There are several other agents, at least in this level, which positions we do not know.
Squads of
It's not.
agents.
It's not like we can call for backup because they are probably both weary of battle and in lower numbers. Especially if it has to be near a radiation capsule and muties. They are not happy. They will not be happy about that. I think we are really on our own right now. Anyway, the ritual must proceed.
Mhm.
We just have to be more aware. Antioch does not need to do anything on the capsule itself besides the moment of the ritual, so he can like turn his attention around, looking at people, taking notice of weird and oddly behavior.
Mhm.
I think Drash should himself jump around in the hair blocks or the containers, while Antioch follows goes with the muties in the floor. What do you think, Drash? How do you want to do it?
Sounds good.
Trash, make an awareness test.
Before we go, let's just kill this guy and be done with it. If there's not any other relevant information to learn from him, let's just kill him.
You go ahead. I'll take care of this man here.
Antioch will join the muties on the procession.
Mhm.
This time looking around.
Trash will. Taking his time, he will skin the man, take some junk rebar, crucify him to the wall, and using his skin him using just his combat knife, I should mention. Then he will kill him, just sliding it in up under his skinless chin, and after a moment, Trash will look at him in thoughtfulness and carve the phrase "Death to Heretics" in the guy's chest.
Mhm. The moment Antioch leaves and the operative almost feels Drash's smile under his helmet, he screams,
No, 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 no! Wait!
and it's followed by screams of agony and pain.
Does the agent recognize Drash as a Night Lord? Or just does he see? This is just out of just for curiosity's sake.
Weirdly, there are inquisitorial agents who deliberately keep ignorant about such topics, so that is a fair question.
Well, he realizes that you are no mere heretic, but he doesn't seem to be able to put a finger on what you are exactly. Either a traitor marine from the heretic legions or a fallen from the loyalist legions. He doesn't seem to know. You were successful on your awareness test, Drash?
Did he have to make an awareness test?
Yes.
Now?
Yes, I had actually skipped that for a moment because
You were
was
indulging.
yes, I thought I was doing something else, but yes, I do succeed.
Mhm. All right. Antioch, roll 1d100.
$71.
You are an extremely lucky man.
Oh.
You receive you pass this by 1.
Ooh. Was it 72 or 70? I
It
don't
was
know what the criteria is.
I'm telling you.
Ah.
You arrive at your next target, this valve over here,
Yes.
and you can see remnants of a confrontation. There is fresh bullet holes, I should note, around, There is
Fresh blood.
there is still wet blood on the floor and on the walls. There is the smell of gunpowder in the air, and by the signs of struggle and the traces of blood on the floor, you can tell that people have been taken prisoner as they were bleeding out. And
Mm.
judging by what's left behind, you can tell that some other rival gang met inquisitorial operatives around here and got them. You are free to continue with your ritual.
Oh, I was afraid that some of our gang members had been caught themselves by the PDF.
No, that doesn't seem to be the
Um,
case.
Okay, so we will continue to the next valve. This is like the fourth valve or the third, isn't it? That we
No,
visit?
no, no, it's the seventh.
Seventh. Oh, okay. Nice.
We're going to
We're
the
almost done.
eighth.
We're going to the eighth. Cool. We're almost done then.
Roll 1d100.
Next one. 42.
Antioch, make an awareness test.
Awareness test. Awareness test is perception. My perception is 43. And I fail. Can I reroll?
Yes, you can.
This seems important. It's always important, or not.
It's not
And I
until
failed again.
this.
Yeah, I failed again. What's the point?
Interesting.
One infamy point to the trash. That I will retrieve later.
To the trash.
So he failed the awareness. What happens then?
Make a dodge test. As you and the mutants walk into what appears to be a planted explosive charge.
Oh shit! Dodge. How much I have? Yes, I have dodge. Dodge is agility. And my agility is 35. God damn it. It's maybe too low. And I pass! 10.
You are unscathed.
Oh, but what about the muties?
I'll roll to see what happens.
Shit.
Two of them die. And I'll also roll for the capsule. The capsule's fine.
Dude, please don't do this to me. Capsule is fine.
After the explosion,
Imagine at the 9th day, at the 9th valve, something happens to the capsule. Damn it. So an explosion happens. Does any attacker comes after, or is just the explosion?
it's just the explosion.
Okay, Antioch calls two other mutants to replace the ones who died to hold the capsule.
Two come eagerly and pick up the capsule. Up the
I hope we have enough mutants.
Well, with a capsule you can always make more.
Yes.
The capsule itself almost thrums.
Let me out. Let me out.
It screams. It wants to be released. the next few moments until you complete this part of the ritual are agonizing. The demon doesn't stop screaming.
Antioch will scream to the capsule.
Behave!
Oh, behave.
No, Antioch will instead yell the name of the demon that is Farcard, I think.
And he says, Farkard, I command you to stay and obey me as you obey our Lord.
The demon squeals and screams. You can feel it turning and spinning in the capsule.
I should still have human skin with me to wrap it around. If that pleases the GM to quiet down the demon.
Make a demonology test. Say plus 20.
Plus 20. So the demonology test is. So I have already proficiency on the forbidden lore plus 20, so that makes it plus 40. That makes it my intelligence for this test 99.
9.
Which, if I roll 99, it's a fail. And I roll 66. I pass.
Not bad. It's
I mean,
doubles.
No. It's doubles, but no phenomena.
No phenomena.
Yeah, I want to play the tune too, but not.
Unlucky.
Wait a minute. Does the demon has to roll for willpower? No, or it's just me.
No, he doesn't have to roll for anything.
Okay. So I pass. What happens next?
Enjoy it while it lasts, Antioch. The strings of fate are woven and tangled in such a way that no one can predict the future. No one can know except for him, the architect of fates. Laugh and smile all you want. You may feel safe with all the knowledge you have accrued, with all the information you might have. But know this, the unborn will come for you. Your soul is not safe from us. We might serve the same master, but we do not serve the same goal.
The voice dissipates, as if diluted with the contents of the capsule.
Antioch has heard several threats like this many times before, just in Q-Sol alone, so nothing new. And he signals the muties to. I mean, we are in the valve, right? Or are we still en route on the eighth valve? Valve.
You were at the 8th valve, yes, and your
Okay,
job here is
so-
complete.
So we're going to for the 9th. I'm starting to realize that having to do this 8 more times with other enemies around It's gonna be a little bit tiring.
Mm-hmm. One last time.
One less valve.
1D100.
Antioch. And this is the one who probably will ruin everything. Or not. 62. Am I lucky or unlucky or neither?
The valve appears to be opened, and there is no water there.
Oh. I mean, I think it still counts. Because water is transitory in the valve. It's not supposed to be there always. At least that's my bullshit logic to just justify this.
Well, without the water, it's not going to work. Oh, there are other pipes below and above you that carry water and other liquids.
Wait, yes, there are more. You said there are other valves, not just 9.
Yes.
Then we will proceed to the other valve with water on it.
Okay. Make a D100 roll.
79.
You find a valve, and you can hear the water run through it. It sounds just like fresh water, but you know it's probably 30% or more sewage, 40% or more waste from factories, and whatever is left is probably organic, other type of organic matter other than excrement.
It still counts, right?
It does, yes.
It's dirty water, but it's still water. And
It's
somebody or something will consume it, henceforth becoming a mutant too.
yeah, exactly.
So Antioch positions orders to position the valve, and he walks around and he says his words until he's done. If nothing or no one interrupts him.
You call
Forgot.
upon the energies of the warp. You
Oh,
perform the ritual and you bless this site with divine radiation. The Muchis chant in unison, "May its rays be our guides." And in silence, they pick the capsule back up.
Antioch then orders them to bring the capsule back to their own headquarters, where tomorrow we will repeat the process once again. Now, Antioch remembered about the man, the corpse collector, or whatever was his name, and his secret passageways. But are those passageways large enough to allow 9 muties or more to pass with a big platform? Because then we could avoid attention from civilians and any other enemy forces.
9 of them with the capsule? No.
I think we have no other option than doing this on the open.
The rest of the times where you have to do this will go similar to how these went, with valves being either sometimes destroyed, sometimes out of commission.
Without water,
Yeah, others are functioning normally, and you're able to perform your rites. Others have been booby trapped by inquisitorial agents that have to be dealt with, or have encountered resistance and are easy pickings.
Antioch will warn the gangers. They are still with them
Mm-hmm.
to scout for the valves and their conditions about everything that you just said. If they have people guarding that, if they have water, if they are functioning.
Mm-hmm. They do an excellent job. In fact, whenever there's resistance, they are the ones to deal with the inquisitorial agents. And that means that you are now more aware of their positions in the Undercity.
Okay.
They are mainly operating where the RBTs and the PDF aren't able to, meaning away from the network of roads, through the pipes in the hub blocks, in areas that are more difficult to reach, and there is only mutants and other dregs. This area as well. These areas. This is around a very big road, so there is RBTs and PDF here. No need for inquisitorial operatives. And they appear to have set some form of an outpost here. This is a fortified position, and it's also used by RBTs.
What to do next? Well, Antioch will now join the council and try to both assess any information about positions and movements of both the PDF and the Inquisitor, as well as try to hamper their actions without drawing too much suspicion, without drawing attention to himself or suspicion. He will use the argument that having PDF forces around will only like make the gangs very on edge, and that will scare the traitor that Antioch is pursuing, and probably make him go into hiding and lose his trail. So let's go to the meeting. and see what happens.
Hmm.
This is it. Antioch's cover might be blown right here. Let's see what happens.
Let's put up bets. Who says Antioch doesn't make the session? The courtroom is loading. There are a lot of nobles gathered up here and a lot of military personnel. It appears that this council is very important. Of course, the view from up here is incredible.
The best view.
Yeah. Right down the middle. You can see the frozen valleys, the snowy mountain tops, the white cliffs. Most of the nobles are hanging around this outside area, which has shops. It has various kiosks and salons where the nobles can enjoy their wait as the council is taking place. You can also find Lord Greycastle around here. And you can assume that the planetary governor is inside the courthouse. So, where are you going?
To the courthouse, where the council is meeting, is happening.
Mm-hmm. There is a large host of herbites in here. Most, if not all, of the higher echelons of the planet's military. the Lord Governor, of course. And the Inquisitor. It appears that the council has been going on for a rather long time. It's been more than a few hours since it started. And the houses and other separate organizations are presenting their findings so that a consensus can be made on how they should act, how serious the situation is, and everybody is, of course, trying to make it look like they did most of the work and had the best information so that they get the praise. You are part of the Grey Castle retinue.
Mm-hmm.
Your investigation um, is theirs, essentially. Now, some other noble house have realized that there is cultist activity in the Undercity. And they call for specialized assistance. They call for psychers to be involved, or witch hunters, which are not necessarily psychic.
Yes.
Now, there is one psyker on the planet, but she doesn't
Only one.
specialize.
Oh.
Yeah, psychers
Okay, I guess
aren't that common.
common. Okay. I thought they were a bit. I mean, depending on the region, yes. Planets we never heard of a psyker before, and others that have like
Mm.
more psychers for military reasons or something. So there's one psyker. It's
And
it's probably the one that we met when we first came to the upper level. No, during the execution,
yes,
there was a
it
psyker
is.
among the people
It is. It
watching.
is. Yes.
Okay.
And she specializes in evocation.
Invocation.
Evocation. She is a military asset, not really an investigator.
Okay. Is she present? Do I have to roll for signitions to identify the person?
It's
mean,
been quite some
identify.
time now that you're here, and you would have detected her if she was present.
Okay. Okay.
You automatically roll for significance.
Yeah.
You are one with the warp, I believe is the talent.
Yes. Free actions.
Hmm.
Senescence is a free action and automatically shows as any something warp related is in the area.
One of the more hot-headed
People,
military officers suggests that it will be a better use of the Psyker's abilities if she torched all of the Undercity and the vermin that
of
live
course,
in it, rather than have
annihilate.
her look around the dirt for every meager speck of heretic activity.
Annihilate, kill, kill. Yeah, makes sense. That's the more militaristic one. And what else? Who else?
Others want the ecclesiarchy to take point and send missionaries down in the Undercity to strengthen the belief, the power of the populace's spirituality and power of faith. That's the word I was looking for. And there is also the option that they don't really do anything and just seal parts of the Undercity so that only very few select openings exist for people to go up and down so that they can more easily control the movements of the populace and they can keep better track of what's going down there. Now, there are many other ideas on the subject. Each one has its advantages and disadvantages, and people are arguing over them. And the Arbites want to keep doing what they have been doing all this time and want to go down in the Undercity themselves, just with improved equipment, more manpower, and so and so.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much an opportunity for a dick measuring contest between every faction in the Hive City.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Inquisitor is just doing her job, you know.
Is the Inquisitor here, or at least is she like I? It has been revealed that she's here, like here at the meeting, or just at the planet.
She is here, yes, right next to the Lord Governor, to
Okay.
the Lord Darkon, sorry. She is buried behind a large heap of dossiers, paperwork, books, parchments. She's
Can
got
Antioch see
two
her?
servitors um, with autoquills writing on different parts of parchment. And she is either recording whatever's happening or she has the servitors do something completely irrelevant. It's not evident from where you're standing.
Mm-hmm. It's almost too easy to be true. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'm so curious. I need to know, but this might be a trap. So you said that there's no psyker here.
No.
I'm gonna risk it. Antioch will try to read the Inquisitor's mind, but he will do it subtly, so in Fettered mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because Antioch brought his staff with him, which gives plus 20, that negates the penalty of having to do this fetteredly. So I'm going to roll for mind reading, mind probe on the Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. It is a contested willpower test.
That's the thing. I mean, it's should targets contest psychic powers if they are not aware that it's coming, or it's just like natural, because they have the mind so prepared and shielded to such attacks.
I imagine they'd be natural.
Yeah.
Like just the pressure of being paranoid and always maintaining discipline.
So I rolled for mind probe and phenomena. Phenomena.
You couldn't do this unfettered?
Phenomena.
Or
I did.
doesn't that negate the phenomena?
Yeah. Do you even cause phenomena?
Does it? Oh, that's a good question.
1 second.
Wait a minute.
Fettered. No chance to manifest psychic phenomena.
Oh,
Unless there is
it rolls.
something on mind probe.
I guess not.
Not on mind probe.
Yeah.
It's not like a push or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I rolled 77, so nothing happens then. It was fettered.
You fizzled.
It fizzled. I just wait. I will just wait then a minute to try again after.
Try to roll Synesians to see if there's any other psychers in there, keeping an eye out for shenanigans.
There's not. The GM already said that since Antioch is here for a bit, he will already have detected.
Yeah. He does so automatically.
I see.
Antioch will instead reimplant the ether worm on the governor. Also fettered. Let me just confirm one thing. So ether worm, I think, has a penalty of. No, it does not have penalty. Okay. The governor is like. What distance is he?
He's at 31, almost 32 meters.
Okay, well in range then. Well in range. So Antioch will roll for Aether Worm Fettered using the staff, and he passes with 2 degrees of success. Is it contested?
I do not remember. Say Zin's power, right?
Yes.
Pyromancy. Zinch. Opposed by social may choose to hide both the nature of Power making by silencing a post by silencing Sainis in the sense of in-present psychers. Target may attempt a difficult minus 10 willpower. Okay. He fails.
Okay. So the ether worm is again implanted in the governor's mind. And Antioch will ask to if he can say something.
Any text section. Okay. I'm reading. What does the etherworm do exactly? Also,
The ether worm will provide bonus for the psyker who did the power for other mind control tests or mind control mind interference powers to manifest easier with bonuses. I think plus 20.
yes, it's plus 24 mind probe.
I realize I never mind probed the mind of the governor.
You successfully mind warmed him. Ether warmed him, sorry. And now what?
He is now RFK Jr. to me. Because he has a worm in his head. Antioch will ask to have the word to say something.
The Lord Archon, with a gesture of his hand, silences the room. And points at you. Allowing you to speak and be heard by everybody in the room.
Antioch will say, he steps front and he says,
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who weren't here in our last meeting, I am Antioch Hermeticus. I am a cryptographer. I have been on the trail of a traitor who attempted to kill the service secret information service of my home planet, and I believe he has come here. I have heard the other houses and dignitaries' arguments about purging the Underhive, locking it down. I must say I oppose such actions for two reasons. First, purging the Underhive will destroy the factorians and other important infrastructures that support this hive. Therefore, it's not an advisable action. Locking it down will probably only allow the gangs to grow even faster and more powerful, and only create the conditions for them to invade the upper levels, and nobody be able to stop them. I propose instead to send me and find this traitor, because I believe he is connected with probably most important and powerful elements in the Underhive. I have recruited 5 citizens of this city. I trust them. to act as informants. I would ask the Dual Archon or any of the willing dignitaries here if they are able to provide me for accommodation for me and those men. I would also like to speak with the Inquisitor should he or she willing to aid me or accept my services and be able to inform her of my findings. I think that is all.
Lord Archon points to a woman in power armor next to him. And says, as you are now aware, the Inquisitor is here with us. Her presence was kept a secret from the populace so as not to have such information leak lower towards the scum. So that we may keep our tactical advantage. And this move has indeed bear fruit. As we have stricken against many of their holdouts and their dens. We have given a lot of them the Emperor's justice.
Antioch will ask to have to give another word again.
Yes, go ahead.
Antioch will say,
With all due respect, I believe the intervention of the PDF forces is more detrimental than useful. The gangs are in complete disarray, which, though that is advantages for us, it will scare my target into hiding. I believe that will only make it to stop its activities for a while until it returns again, more prepared for such actions. I think that subtlety is of most importance. That is why I believe that only a minute force should be able to intervene in the lower levels, while secret agents such as myself will be able to work properly.
Does anyone agrees, disagrees, prefer another course of action? Is Antioch ignored or something?
Most of the generals disagree. And they want the PDF to increase its efforts so that it may take over the city before the heresy and the mutations have a chance to spread. And this guy in particular makes the best case and presents a sound plan to get rid of the scam from the lower levels. hits on the infrastructure, a little bit of strategic quote-unquote sabotage of the lower levels. That means, of course, that thousands, if not millions, of citizens will suffer, but it will only be so momentarily.
Where did I heard that before?
Once the dregs have been purged, once the Underhive has been purged of the dregs, then their lives will return to the normal conditions they are used to. If not even better, as now the light of the Emperor will reach even the bottom of the Hive City uninterrupted, unspoiled by the mere presence, by the mere notion of heresy in the Hive City.
Antioch will try to read the mind of the governor, of the Archon, Fetrid.
With a plus 20 from the Ether Worm.
Yep. And I pass with 1.5 degree of success, if that counts for anything.
Yes.
And what does Antioch learn about the thoughts of the Archon?
Now that his mind is compromised, it is like a rotten fruit riddled with holes from the etherworm. You are able to stick your fingers in it and pull out all his thoughts. Every little bit of detail he holds in there. You see all the things he's done. All the things that go through the Lord Archon's mind. Generals, inquisitors, commissars, PDF, citizens, mutants, heretics, nobles. It's such a huge headache. Make a logic test with minus 30.
Minus 30. It's too much information.
Yes.
So minus 30. That makes logic. Yes, okay. Minus 30. This is not going very well, but let's try anyway. I failed. Failed resoundingly.
Infamy point?
Let's try again, but with the penalty, it's probably difficult. I failed again. With the penalty, I have to roll under 29.
There are so many variables to this. Well, the Lord Archon's mind is indeed the best one to look through, to come up with a solution to this, or more like to influence the events as to suit your needs better. But still, not knowing what the other more than a dozen officers and noble lords know and think is a challenging task, because right now you have the information from the Lord Archon's mind, and you also have the situation in the Undercity under control. But everything in between is chaos, pun intended.
Right. Is there anything in these thoughts and that could tell Antioch some vulnerability to chaos, some inclination, some wish for more power to be able to deal with all the politics, all the bullshit?
Militarily, no matter who goes against you, you will probably lose. Whether it be the enormous forces of the PDF or the highly trained inquisitorial operatives or the persistent zealous Arbites, if it goes to an all-out war, you are outgunned and outmanned.
When you said you probably lose, you mean Antioch, right? Antioch will lose,
I mean,
not the Archon would lose.
yeah, the
I was
Antioch and the gangs,
right.
not just your
Yeah,
gang. There
yeah.
would
If they
be cleansing, a citywide cleansing, and then the circle of corruption would begin the whole thing again from the start. New gangs, new people, new victims, new perpetrators, new predators,
it's
everything.
good to know. It's good to know because I was considering go back to the lower level and prepare for war in the lower levels. But if they, if the, if the the governor and the PDF and the arbiters become organized and allied properly, yeah, there will be too much. This has to be in another way. We probably will have to go more into hiding, be less visible, and work in the dark. Or maybe use a scapegoat. Again, the Nurgle cultists.
Well,
The
if
Nurgle
then even if they
cultists.
go after the Nurgle worshippers, they will be cleansing all of the Undercity.
Right. Regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone respond positively to the Antioch's request for accommodation for him and the 5 other now apprentices?
Yes, you can find a place to stay in the upper levels. The house Grey Castle could take you in, of course, as you are working for them. But there is another noble house that is willing to accommodate you. And you know that they also want whatever information you have that House Grey Castle is enjoying at the moment.
Hmm. Antioch will instead use the House Grey Castle's offer, but he will remember about the other house Maybe they have something useful for them too. Play all sides. Always for the advantage of the Antioch and his associates. So all-out war is a bad idea. They will do their own thing. They will not do what Antioch requested. Let him work alone. I think we have to pretend that the gangs are actually defeated. Pretend they are defeated instead of being actually defeated, of course. To allow them for reorganize, rearm, and work in the shadows.
The Inquisitor has taken over the military leadership of the effort. She is managing the generals and the commissars around, and the RBTs. Any Adepta Sororitas personnel or forces on the planet are minuscule and are not considered any real threat. And yeah, that's about it.
Antioch will try again, mind read the Inquisitor, fettered, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if he fails for whatever reason, he will not try again. At least now. So 75 or less, please. And I rolled a 9, the sacred number. Nine. Here it is. Now I guess she has to roll against it.
Mm-hmm. I rolled. Her mind.
Did you roll with 8?
No. A bastion fortified from every side, but for one, and this is the exact spot where you take your chance to slip through and from within dismantle every fortifications is set up, every battlement, every wall, every door, every fence, until after a few moments her mind is open to you completely.
And what does Antioch learns?
You learn a lot of forbidden things. Lists of names of heretics, of loyalists, of cultists. You see all her years of training in the Ordo Hereticus. All the people she's met, all the places she's been to, all the objects she's held, seen, smelt,
Jeez.
and heard. You also go through all her secrets, like passwords, like code names, secret places, and all these kind of stuff.
Is there anything that shows to Antioch that she has like general suspicions of what's behind all of this?
You can see that she's come into contact with similar things, similar circumstances before. Kornite cults, Nurgle cults, Slanesh cults, Zinch cults.
I was about to say, did someone something like did somebody roll phenomena in the day to the market or something? But okay.
That's when she was contacted,
Yes.
and because she basically recognized this for phenomena of someone causing spells,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
she came here post haste. She purposefully
Purposely.
gave
Purposely.
false information to the Lord Archon that she will be arriving in
5 days.
at a later date, so that she could come here when everybody would be still underprepared, so she could tell if the nobles were also corrupt in any way. And she has found dirt on all of them, basically.
Yeah.
But there is
They are
a
noble
greater
cells.
threat at hand. They might be
She
evading
knows.
taxes, they might be doing some less than tasteful things, but they are nowhere near the flat out heretical rituals that have been observed in the Underhive. People being crucified on servitors and paraded around.
Is she aware if House Grey Castle runs any further red rooms?
Yeah.
The
I was
Red
thinking about the
Rooms.
red rooms.
The Red Rooms are not run by House Grey Castle.
Interesting. That was what our last intel said, or at least indicated.
I had the idea there were some even if indirectly connected in some way. But they also were the red rooms gave me Slaneshi vibes, and Grey Castle did not give him those.
The Red Rooms appear to be. They do not appear to be connected with a single house. She has operatives investigating further, and they've ran into some questionable encounters. Meeting the same person twice, and the person they found had no memory of meeting them prior to then. It was it's been weird. What else? What else would you like to scavenge from her brain?
Does she have like feelings of anger or mostly frustration and desire for something else? Does she want to change something in her life?
She's got steel resolve. She is doing her job, and she's doing it well. She's already found a lot of heretics. She's already located their hideouts in the Undercity. even though she could have been more successful, she's been doing good so far. And she will continue to push on and finally snuff out this sorry excuse for a cult that goes on, that operates in the Undercity.
I don't know if I'm allowed to ask, but does she have any obvious or even not so obvious paths to corruption? Like any particular obsessions or
Yeah,
desires?
that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to ask. If she has any
The target's
vulnerable
corruption
spots.
level is also now known to the Psyker. She doesn't have. She's got less than 10 corruption points.
Well, it's not 0, but also it's not.
Yeah. Some interrogation methods are borderline corn worship, you know?
Oh right, yeah, but even so, if you believe something, if you if you believe that doing the right thing for the right cause, you can do anything, or as horrible it can be.
That's true.
I think it's going to be really difficult to turn her into Zinch or to chaos in general, whatever. I think we'll have just to kill her.
Make a scrutiny with plus 40.
40
Yes.
scrutiny.
Being able to
Yes.
analyze the memories of both Lord Archon and the Inquisitor at this point. You have you know it's do you know the game Stratego? What is it called?
I haven't heard, but I never played it, and I don't know exactly how does it play it. Anyway, plus 40, that gives me 83.
What's the
Let's
name?
try it.
Oh, the English name is Strategist.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Or not.
So my maximum is 83, and I rolled 82.
Mm-hmm.
This is just to remind me. You are close. You are
You're
this close.
never. Yeah, you you hear the demon.
You are never safe, Antioch. You never know when you will roll 99. And then you will have
Phenomena. By judging what the Lord Archon and the Inquisitor are thinking, and by reading the room, you can come to the conclusion that a conflict between all these factions in here with one another is a serious probability. Now, will it be the Inquisitor against the RBTs or against the PDF, or it's going to be the PDF against the RBTs, or whatever it might be? The vibes here are very bad, you know?
Okay. So a one-sided conflict against the RBTs and the PDF and the remaining authority forces would mean defeat for us. But there is also a chance for them to fight among each other. So the fight to conquer, we should work on that. And how we can exploit that. So about the Inquisitor, there's no obvious path to being seduced by chaos. So we cannot think. Let's not think about that right now. Let's think about the problem that we have right now. It is the incoming the incoming extinction at the hands of all these authorities. Well, I don't know if they have anything to say, or if Antioch has to stay here for the remaining of the meeting. If the Inquisitor wants to talk with him.
You are asked to present all the evidence you have collected and also share your findings and the results of your investigation to everyone. Like, if you found any chaos symbols down in the lower levels, if you can decipher any form of chanting or battle cry as a heretical, in any way, and things of this nature. You are to report any and all heretical acts you have witnessed down there, Mr. Antioch. And he looks down at his papers and reads the title and designation you've given yourself with the help of the forger. What was it?
Military cryptographer for the 33rd Regiment.
Yes. Of the Scorpions.
Antioch will answer that he will gather the documents and evidence that he has and present a report to him, and he will deliver in the next day.
They urge you to present your findings as they are, raw and what's the word? Unprocessed,
Not
so that
unprocessed,
they can start working on them themselves, as it will probably save some time from everybody in this room, and time is of the essence. We cannot delay. You are not to keep any information for yourselves. The situation is very dire. The very fate of this hive city is at stake. The fate of all our lives and our souls is at stake here, gentlemen. We cannot be selfish here. We are not allowed even the slightest mistake.
Antioch, if nothing else is needed from him, Antioch will respectfully bow to the people present there, and leave.
Mm-hmm. You are to return here at how would he say it? You are to report here again as fast as possible if you are recalled. You may leave.
Antioch leaves. Antioch is not happy.
So, it looks like we have some writing to do.
Oh, you have no idea how much. I have a test tomorrow, and I have to study right now the whole night. Antioch will have to forge a lot of findings. Mostly just, it's not like he has to have artifacts or anything like that, but he has to write a lot of stuff, viewings, maybe some symbols. He will always allude to Nurgle, of course, to use them and as a scapegoat. Immediately, the immediate goals now are prevent an all-out intervention on the lower levels against the gangs, and we will probably have to make the factions work against each other, arbiters against the PDF, House Grey Castle against the other house, and vice versa. The house, we are associated with the House Great Castle, but they are not necessarily our friends. If we are seen as a liability, they will just discard us.
That goes in the reverse as well.
Yes, but I think we have more chances be allied with them than with another house that we had no dealings with, unless we have like solid information that would like destroy the House Grey Castle, something like that, which it's possible that there is.
I'm going to go investigate those red rooms. Rumor had it, we thought that they were led by Grey Castle. I recommend recruiting one of our own to help you write that report. Somebody who's good at telling lies.
Yes, one of our apprentices. We should also give word to our gang members to lay low, like for real. Forget going out and rob anyone or assault on anyone or pick fights with rival gangs. We should protect ourselves and let the rival gangs take the heat until we are able to make something again, make a proper move against the arbiters and the PDF.
We also still have the issue of having to relocate the Slytherons. I'm going to help lead the evacuation and extraction of all personnel and assets from that place. Then we'll burn it to the ground, and we'll start out, and we'll start a new headquarters. I'll contact you over the Vox with more information. And Trash will go. And Trash will leave.
Mm-hmm.
Antioch will then talk with the whatever is in charge, whatever is responsible in the House Grey Castle about the new base for him and his apprentices. Time is on the essence now. We cannot let this linger too much.
You can see Lord Grey Castle enjoying a drink over there. He appears to be fed up with whatever's going on in the courtroom.
Lord Grey Castle has a name, and I took note of it. He's called... House Grey Castle Princeps Lander, apparently. It's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Antioch will approach him, saying, "Hello, Princeps.
Welcome, cryptographer. Of course I do.
Would you care to provide me and my associates accommodation for us to continue our work? Especially now, since the lower hives will become a war zone. The lower levels.
Make a charm test with plus 30.
Charmy. Charm is fellowship. Jesus Christ, man, I fail. Okay, reroll. Infamy point.
Damn.
What? Ah. I rolled 96 and now then I roll 90.
You see,
Okay.
we have a spare residence for you and your associates. Only it's not up here in the higher levels as the rest of the nobility and their immediate circle. You will be transferred to one of our barracks on he names a floor. It's on the middle floors. It's above the one you were and your hideout and all that.
Okay.
You will be
I
transferred
was-
there to enjoy the Astra Militarum grade level, Astra Militarum grade of accommodation our associates and military personnel enjoy there.
Okay. Antioch will take it. Since I had failed the test, I was willing to pay the Lord Great Castle for the accommodation in exchange for some service that he wanted me to do or something.
Mm.
But that works too.
Yeah. And he lets you know where this place is. He tells you that there are soldiers.
Soldiers.
Soldiers there, yes. It's
Okay.
it's a barracks, you know. It's not like in an active war zone or anything.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't sure if it was barracks but empty of any military personnel or something. But no, there's soldiers there. Okay,
Yes.
that's okay.
Drash, what are you up to?
Drash is first priority is getting our gang resituated. You will need to find a new place, and then we'll need to get our people out.
Mm-hmm.
Relocate to the gangs and the warehouses and our main headquarters. We'll have to forget the arena and
The dancing lights.
Dancing lights. I think that was Kriegsman's idea, no? The disco with the dancing lights.
No, it was
idea.
Omicron's idea.
Oh, Omicrons, okay.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Drash, I want you to make a command test with -10. The gangers are getting pretty
Command.
cozy there. Are there other dice here? There are not. 1 second.
Command. Fail. Reroll. Also fail.
What's more
God damn it,
important,
say-
personnel or assets? Or inanimate
Here's the
assets,
thing.
I'd say.
In this case, personnel are assets.
Yeah, that's why I'm making it more specific. Personnel or inanimate assets?
I mean, if you talk about like
Personnel,
weapons
we
and stuff,
can. Personnel,
yeah,
experienced staff are hard to make. Well, we can.
yeah,
Everything
we can
except
always
for
get
rare things we can reacquire.
we can always get weapons from another place. Personnel with experience is really takes a lot of time to take.
Okay.
Don't forget is the bones. Antioch left the bones in the headquarters. But if he's going to relocate to the barracks, he can always go to the headquarters and take the bones with himself. Actually, that's probably the best idea.
Mm.
Since especially the 5 apprentices are in the headquarters too,
Mm-hmm.
he will get them and the bones and go to the barracks.
The gangers express their discontent of leaving some of the material assets behind. But they still follow.
Yelling at them that if you
Wait a
didn't
minute, wait a minute.
want to leave your
I have an
things
idea.
behind, then you should have listened to me.
I have an idea, which I don't know if they are a good idea, but let's hear it. What if you use the train that we stole, as a mobile headquarters?
Okay, first question: is it still there? Because I imagine that some cities, some city,
Some city punks just stole it back or something.
Well, it was moved. Yeah, it couldn't remain there.
tracked it down and recovered it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I imagine it's not there anymore.
it's not. No.
It's a shame. What about the rest of the prisoners? Do we take them with us, or do we kill them?
They are still in your possession. Yes, you
Okay.
can do with them as you
The
wish.
rest,
Yep.
the rest of the prisoners, we will simply execute, and then Drash will drop hint to a nearby gang that the Slitthroats had suddenly moved out and left their stuff to try to encourage them to move in, take the place over, so that when the PDF tries to hit again, that they can report to the Inquisitor that the Slitthroats had been destroyed.
Yep, I think it's a good idea. Take the other gangs the fall.
A lot of
What
things
I
that
say.
can go wrong with that plan, but it's
Make a
Yeah,
deceive.
open now.
Make a deceive with plus 40.
okay.
Plus 40, very good. But the dice are not our friends today. Neither today or ever.
See
Remember that?
fellowship. With plus 40. That would be about 6 degrees success.
34, yeah.
The rest of the gangs make easy work of the abandoned equipment. They immediately make move to capture it. And seeing the abandoned headquarters, they believe that the Slitthroats are indeed gone once and for all.
Do I need to roll awareness to find another HQ?
Well, there isn't a space big enough that would allow you to stay incognito for a little bit, lay low a little bit. I was thinking of the gang being separated to small safe houses around the Undercity. And that's another reason why the majority of the equipment had to remain behind, because it wasn't easy to transfer it around all these separate, distant headquarters safely and effectively.
That's a good idea. Drash will leave instructions to start gathering weapons, gear, and new training up new recruits, like new squads just recruiting into their own.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Drash will start looking into the red rooms again. We did have a map, so he's gonna start checking at the old locations to see if they are still operating from those places.
Mm-hmm. Make an occult test with -10.
Forbidden lore or scholastic lore occult -10. Intelligence 40. Reroll. Fail.
Damn it. Too many rerolls today.
Yeah. You see more scenes that are reminiscent of what we saw the previous time you were down here. Disfigured wretches fighting amongst them for scraps of human meat. Abducted individuals made playthings for sick minds. It feels as all this has a purpose, but you just cannot put your finger on it. Something is still eluding you. Something is still a bit out of place.
Drash will take some time to look over the problem, and he will try again.
Okay. Make another occult test with -10.
Just barely pass.
Mm-hmm. You find a young woman in one of these red rooms. And for a moment, she seems familiar. She looks like the Inquisitor.
Uh-oh.
Do I know you?
She's unconscious.
This is quite interesting. Drash will take the woman captive as well as one of the disfigured wretches and take them to some quiet abandoned hab.
Mm-hmm.
Set him down and he'll call up Antioch for a mind probe.
I suppose Antioch was already in the barracks when he received the call from Drash in the Vox.
Yes. One of your associates, the one who carries the Vox around, it's a heavy object, informs you that Master Drass wants a word, my lord.
Antioch will hear what Dresh has to say, and if Dresh says something that he found a woman very similar to the Inquisitor, he will immediately go back to Dresh and meet this woman.
He'll say something encoded like, "We have a. I've. I was looking for. I was looking through the old place and found someone like a new friend of ours. I think you should, as well as a new diminutive little friend, and I think you should have a word with them, mind to mind, as it were."
Antioch will then yes.
Or a meeting of the minds, rather. Something less obvious.
Yes. Okay. I understand.
And you see her, Antioch, a young woman. She really is a striking resemblance of the Inquisitor, if she were 20 years younger.
If she was 20 years younger. Wait, the Inquisitor or this woman?
This woman is younger.
Okay. Is she like unconscious, still unconscious or something?
She's woken up and is baffled, disoriented, and she is looking for someone. She is repeating a female name, and she starts looking around, searching for her, whoever her is.
Well, Antioch will not bother to ask anything. He will just mind probe her.
Mm-hmm.
Unfettered.
Push.
I guess I can do it fettered because I have enough stats for that, and let's avoid phenomena because we are kinda in the hurry now.
Mm-hmm.
And I succeed
All
with
right.
like 3 degrees of success. So, what does Antioch learn from this woman?
You learn her name. You learn her surface thoughts, her feelings. She is not aware. She is in the presence of individuals like you and Drash. Her last memories before going blank were being in a very delicately decorated room. Looks like the office of a noble or someone of high status anyway. It might be an administratum agent, high ranking administratum agent, even a high ranking military officer might have a rich office like this. An expensive office. She was ordered to go there, and as you step even deeper into her subconscious, into her deeper memories, into her secrets, you know that she is a serf in another house of this city. of House Alkins.
House Elkins.
Is she anything to the Inquisitor, or did she just get genetically unlucky?
Yeah.
Antioch, you find no knowledge of any Inquisitor. She didn't even know an Inquisitor is present. And she...
Is there?
Yeah,
He
go ahead,
can
go ahead.
see her. He can see her memories, right? Can see images.
Yeah.
Does he see the face of the Inquisitor at some point?
No, never.
Okay, so I guess it's just a coincidence. To be honest, I'm getting a bit paranoid because I kind of get a bit. It, it's kind of hard to believe that this woman just came here for nothing, just to. It's almost like she plays a part in something, like being an agent herself or something.
I should clarify. She is a serf of this noble house, and she
Yes.
was ordered to go to the office. You can see in her last memories. And from then it goes blank, and she woke up here.
Okay. I'm kind of getting annoyed about these people going into places and then ending up in the red rooms. Is there anything in her memories about that place, about that room, about that office that might be of interest, like some crest, some military symbol, or maybe a plaque with the name of some official or officer?
Make a scrutiny test.
Scrutiny.
With -20.
Scrutiny.
Drash can help.
Okay. How much?
So it's a -10.
I will help. So plus, oh yeah, now mine's 10.
Yeah, it's going to. Yeah. Drash starts describing in the conditions he found her in,
Yes.
and go ahead and roll.
So scrutiny is no. Wait a minute.
It's perception.
It's perception. I keep mistaking. Perception. Scrutiny is perception. My perception is 43. I rolled a 4.
Mm-hmm. Judging by all the things you've seen in her mind, the things you've heard from Drash, and from the occult knowledge you have, this appears to be a proxy. Whoever trapped this poor woman would use her as a proxy for the Inquisitor.
If I trapped this poor woman, it would use her to a proxy for the Inquisitor because this woman looks like the Inquisitor. So maybe to attract someone who will be drawn into the Inquisitor.
Whatever was going to happen to this woman in the Red Rooms, someone would like to do to the Inquisitor. And
like a living voodoo doll. Huh.
you don't see any warp taint on her. She's not been affected by any warp abilities, any warp effects. It's more carnal than something like that.
Oh, okay. Who did the Inquisitor? Oh, she's hot, but I cannot go near her. Let's find the nearest one who looks like her. Dude, I was liking the concept of the living voodoo doll, but you have to ruin it. Okay. Still Slaneshi a bit. Still Slaneshi. What house it is? Huh. Man, I have to. Do I have to mind probe everyone in this goddamn city to find out? Hey, Prometheus, will you allow me to create a mind
Orbital mind probe.
spell? Yes, yes, like a narrative effect of like 10 kilometers or something or more. It's a hive city after all, like 100 kilometers. Maybe if
Trash
they're
will-
directly drinking.
Well, go ahead.
No, they're just saying nonsense. You were saying?
Okay, Drash will put a hand on Antioch's shoulder and say, "Don't worry, my friend. I will take care of the house at Acre in Angle, whoever they are. Take a look at our little friend, our runty little friend here, and we will. And I want to know some more information above what he knows." I'm wondering if this is like, if this guy actually matters. Like, if he knows something sinister, or if he's just like one that runs from Phantasm.
Come again, sorry?
I'm wondering if he actually knows anything important, or if he's just like a henchman, like the little guys from Phantasm.
The runt. He extends his hands towards you in a begging manner, as if looking for whatever you might give it.
I take it we got nothing for him.
He stays in the same pose for a few more moments until he becomes aggressive and starts growling and baring his teeth.
Antioch, if you would.
Antioch doesn't need doesn't need more explanation. He just looks at the man and mind probe him again. Two. Mind probe him too. Unfettered. 64. Right. 1 degree of success.
You feel no resistance from this creature. The information you get from this one is you can see two
He's a
people.
poor, let me guess. He's a poor schmuck that works with some Factorian, and then he was ordered to go into the office, and he doesn't remember anything else.
No.
But you speak. I'm putting words in your mouth. So, what is it? What does he learn? What then does Antioch learns?
You can see for how long this creature has been down in the red rooms. It's seen people come and go, people being torn limb from limb, people being used in all manners of ways, and then having their lives extinguished as soon as their use has been completely utilized and they are spent. And in this case, this creature saw two men bring this one in, this young woman. And they were wearing military uniforms, similar to the ones of the PDF. Though they were in no parade condition, like their laces were a bit off. They, their uniforms weren't in, not that they were damaged or dirty, but they weren't, how can I describe it? They weren't tidied up.
Yeah, they weren't in like pristine condition,
Yes.
like properly washed and ironed.
Yes,
As
exactly.
normally as military uniforms used to be. Antioch relays these informations to Drash, and I say that okay. Antioch says we might have an angle here. We could accuse the PDF of being involved in certain heretical activities.
Common lore, war.
Yes, go ahead.
Super fail.
Oh, come on.
These men can't have been PDF.
Okay, Drash will take a moment to gather his thoughts and try again. Also, Jesus. What is up with these dice?
Maybe we should exchange for real dice instead of digital dice.
Yeah, take the red ones.
Drash will think for a moment.
See?
Okay, let's try that again.
What the hell?
Still nothing. Drash will think about it for a moment, then he'll shake his head. I imagine these two figures were either deserters or in disguise. Accusing them of being part of the PDF will not help us because they are fully deniable. We'll need to have a word in person.
Antioch says,
We could always start a rumor and let it spread. Or we can also get to the bottom of this and investigate this ourselves and see how can it help us.
I mean, but there's no leads. Besides the images that we got.
Going back to the woman, Did she know the name of the person whose office she was sent to?
Did Antioch learn it about her?
Yes, the name of the person is Jonelle. She was going at Jonelle's office.
Jonelle.
The name of a woman.
I guess we'll have to ask.
Janelle Elkins. So, what was the name of this woman here?
Her name is Min. It's a very simplistic name fitting of a serf.
Madam Min? Deplore. Min. M-I-N, right?
Yes.
Antioch, are you able to erase memories?
No.
He'll shake his head and
Wait. Antioch does not know how to erase memories, but I remember thing. Can the chemist that we meet in other sessions make a drug that would erase memories?
It would most likely work with memories acquired while under the influence of a brewed drug rather than erase previous ones.
Right. But speaking about deleting memories, what was your idea, Drash? You want to delete her memories?
I was thinking about the Runt's memories so he can put him back where he belongs, but if that's not an option, Drash is just gonna kill him. As for Min, he has an idea.
The runt's skull cracks with a satisfying wet crunch.
A satisfying wet crunch of a skull.
Yeah, and Drash didn't even touch him. His head just split.
He goes shrug and explodes.
I'll do it myself. Puts his hands into his own head and crushes it.
Just croaks.
I'm assuming Drash is still in his disguise armor, so he'll pick up Min in his flacware covered hands, and he'll say, "Easy, that little thing," and he'll start making calming, hushing noises at her, and he'll go and drop her off with Omicron because he doesn't exactly trust Nullspark or Belisarius to not kill her.
Okay.
Antioch looks at Drash with honest surprise, with the calming words.
Make a charm test with -20, Drash.
Coming from the Night Lord.
Yeah. Calm down,
guess
calm
it's
down.
not
I
like
won't
anything.
split your skull open.
You're just being cruel to me now.
It was bad. Wasn't some Night Lord that was fond of some civilian that was killed and went into the rampage to might find the killer or something like that in the books?
Yeah.
The Death Saints, that was actually his sister was actually dead, and he went around trying to find her remains. He actually had him for a while too. Anyways, I'm going to be using the dice bot because Tabletop Simulator is not working out.
I guess they will never be as good at the real thing.
Yeah.
Reroll.
93.
Today is a no day for us.
Oh my god.
That's no.
Omicron can administer a dose of trank to calm her down. She calms down. You can feel the tension in her limbs go away. She hangs her head back and starts babbling about random things like what would she be mumbling about? Clean sheets, expensive jewelry, dancing halls. And other hobbies the nobles have in this city.
And whenever she wakes up, Omicron will try laying on the charm because it's nice to have company who's not a psychopath, and I will roll for him now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually a success.
Mm-hmm. Omicron
Yeah.
uses the proper voice filter, the proper voice box, and he soothes the woman who reclaimed her senses, being a bit even more lost than before. Antioch, you receive a voxcast.
Mr. Antioch, you are wanted back at the courtroom.
Antioch is wanted by whom? Sorry?
Back at the courtroom.
Already? Antioch explains he still has not all the evidence collected to deliver. But he will appear anyway.
Mm-hmm. And this is
Not even a day
where... Yeah, so soon.
Okay, is... Okay.
And this is where we will leave it for today.
Right. I was convinced that today would be the day that we would meet the Inquisitor.